All right, loading in for the first game. I'm pretty excited about this tournament. How about you guys?
Yeah, I have to agree. Good evening, guys. Welcome to the second annual NYCLOL 5v5 tournament. My name
Hmm,
is Achilleos. Joining me here is Fonz, and we will be getting you
nice to
guys
meet you.
into this first game.
Yep. Now, first matchup, I believe, is West Milford Snipers versus. Hold on, let me check the teams. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Uh, Now, looking at these lineups, I have to admit, pretty balanced looking teams overall.
Yeah, for the most part, these guys look like they're pretty evened out. Blue team is sporting that diamond border, however, so we'll see
Yep.
some nice plays coming in from this Syndra. Expecting a lot of action coming into this first game. We're nearly loaded in. Looks like Ninja Alex just having a little bit of difficulties with his toaster.
Yep.
But
Gotta
there he
love the
goes.
toasters.
Now shooting up to 100%. We're going to be in this game in just mere seconds, everyone. While we have a little bit of downtime, big shout out to our sponsors here for the second annual 5v5 tournament. No Scope Gaming Glasses. For all of your affordable gaming glasses needs, go on over to noscopeglasses.com. And Girl Gamer Vogue, awesome news site that likes to give a positive representation of the female geek and gamer community. Be sure to go give them a read. But we are in the game, guys. And we're
Yep.
going to get this
Everyone's
underway.
just waiting on everybody to load in. Let's see. Looking at the champions chosen today, I personally like Red Side's team comp. The double support team strat going on with that AP Lulu mid. Pretty strong.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The Lulu mid, not something that we see too often these days. Definitely bringing it back from the summer split, season 4 there.
Yep.
Always good to see.
It looks like they're putting a lot of their eggs in that Graves carry because as of right now, we do know that Graves is a fairly strong pick in solo queue right now. Lissandra as well. So that's a very protective like top two right there for the top lane Lissandra and mid lane Lulu.
Yeah, it's really going to be a matter, and this is where I have some worries for the red team. It's really going to come down to Ian Barrett on that Graves and Jack Sparrow on the Lee Sin to get rolling. Because
Mhm.
outside of those two, your Lissandra here is really designed to just get in and take out a single champion in a team fight, not so much, a long team fight champion. So unless Jack Sparrow and Ian Barrett can get rolling pretty heavily early in this game, I feel like the red team is going to have some difficulties closing this one out. As we can see, though, we might have a little bit of action. Fresh coming forward, he
Man,
gets the grab onto Ninja Alex. She is getting bursted down and going to be forced to try to get out of here. Walks into the trap, not going to make it out, however. And now Pixel Draco on the run. They're in hot pursuit, but looks like they're going to go ahead and peel off. Blue team quite content with that first blood pickup, just a minute and a half into this first game.
That was a great pick by Thresh starting Hook, especially since they did have that early ward in that bush. They were able to pick them up, so that's a great first blood blue team. I have to admit, not such a great start on red side because although they do honestly have a better level 1, because of the Thresh hook, they don't have as immediate an engage because of Leona stun, just because of the range difference. And it was also a 4v5, so, well, 4v3, I mean. So there is that difference. So bad calls on red team are getting this game pretty pretty intense for the first couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what the red team is going to be able to do to bounce back from this one, as we can see. Just casually returning to their general laning phase. So far, Pixel Draco getting chunked down a little bit here in the mid lane from this Lissandra. Tenka really starting to do work and flex his muscles there.
Yep.
And well, top lane, a little bit of aggression. Here comes Yinja in with the spin. Gonna get locked down by Surreal's W, however, and he's gonna go ahead and disengage.
Just a little bit of even trading with Lissandra and Graves there. Something to note, Sajani had a very early back to pick up her jungle item. I don't
Yes.
know if anyone else saw that, but she was actually extremely low after starting her red. Well, after starting Krugs to red. So this new jungle really putting a dent on some of these slow start junglers, unlike others with natural sustain, such as Fiddlesticks, Lee Sin, Warwick, of course, Xin Zhao. So it's going to be very slow for Sejani coming up.
True, but very much counterweighted by that assist that she got from the first blood. Gonna give her a
Hmm.
nice buffer
True
so
enough.
she can afford to go back without falling too far behind Jack Sparrow's Lee Sin. But so
Lee
far,
Sin,
Surreal
look.
doing a nice job in the
Yep.
top lane, really taking Ninja
Yep.
down low, forcing him to retreat and
Exactly.
stay under the turret.
Lee Sin kind of maybe trying to catch Syndra mid, but that ward able to pick him out, and now he's looking to make his way up top. I don't think that's such a good call because Surreal is pushing this lane. Lissandra is a push champion, so Garen's going to be farming under tower for most of this laning phase. So going back to his Krugs, this bottom lane fairly, it's just farming at this point. They can't Jinx can't really go in versus a Grave Leona combo this early in level. It's really a bad idea, but um, just looking for maybe one of these junglers to initiate a gank to get the action going. Garen actually going in on Lissandra up top,
Yeah, he's
getting a
got the
nice,
spin going off. Can he get
but
in? Not quite gonna happen. The lockdown. Very nice use of the
yep,
Ring of Frost right there from Surreal, just keeping Yinja just far enough off from getting some real damage in.
yep. The poke war at mid seems to be going nowhere. Oh man, to Johnny taking really low at the Krugs. Ooh, that was a little scary.
Yeah, cutting
Oh
it
man,
closer every single time.
yep.
But with each back, she'll, be able to sustain herself even longer in the jungle.
Oh man, it
So,
looks like Lee Sin might be trying to come in for a lane gank, but he is gonna get caught. He's gonna get caught out by those minions because Graves and Leona haven't really pushed their lane too far. Yinja actually with that natural sustain and a ridiculous health regen on Garen, able to keep his health up in this lane. Uh, Attributed to also his Doran shield start. Although he is going up against Lissandra and she is poking him down constantly, he's able to regen fast enough to be able to still try to farm under tower. He's not that far behind.
yeah, he's just got to play very carefully in the top lane. Still getting dangerously low,
Hmm.
sustain or not. Surreal doing a very great job of poking him out.
I'm actually just checking this out right now, but Garen's running 2190, not even into the defensive tree, but into his attack tree, um, and still getting some ridiculous health regen. His runes and mastery is the same thing. It's a lot of attack damage. It's not so much tankiness as it is he's trying to put out some flat damage. I guess he's going to focus on building tanky through his items because I personally think it's working right now. He's able to get some decent trade with Lissandra while still being able to regen. That's how powerful Garen's passive is right now.
Yeah, it's doing well for him in the sustain game. However, he is falling behind quite significantly in CS, 24 to 41 in that top lane. It's a pretty huge disparity so far coming out from these players. So he's kind of going to have to step up his spin game, get on top of these minions, and do some work. As we can see, he did pick up that Ruby Crystal and the No Magic
Hmm.
Mantle. Certainly going for the Spectre's Cowl on his
Yep.
next back.
It was great of him to get that first blood gold too, because that will offset the gold by a little bit. So generally, let me take a look at the gold right now. There actually he's up on gold. He's up on gold by about 100 right now. So it's not that bad. That first blood gold really did help him out in lane significantly. Um, Looking at this, the jungler is fairly even. Sejani's slightly up because she does have a little bit more farm. The assist gold really does help these lanes a lot. They are up on red counterpart by a couple hundred. So that's, oh man,
Oh, Thresh trying to
Thresh.
go aggressive with the arrival of Fifanator, but not quite going to find the mark for that grab. And that's going to send
Very
Sejuani back
close,
to the
but
jungle. Now Yinja trying to get aggressive onto Surreal.
they
Going
are
to get
both
locked down by the Ring of
six.
Frost. And just
They are
trading off a
both
little bit of
six,
damage.
so
Yeah,
that's
we're
some
going to
crazy
start seeing some
damage.
heavy aggression from these guys.
Hmm. Yep, all the solo lanes have hit 6 and 7 right now, so we're gonna start to see a little a lot more aggression actually coming in. This Lulu just walking up to Syndra and just straight poking her down with Glitter Lance.
Yeah, and Ninja once again just tries to get the charge in, but the Ring of Frost disengage is just too much of a counter to him.
Yep. Can't do anything about that right now. So if he gets him, like maybe through going through bush, getting the silence off, he is going to put in a lot of damage too. But as of right now, Lissandra's doing a great job. Garen looking to come down to mid lane. That's surprising.
Yeah, this is a really interesting roam decision, especially against a Lulu who can instantly just polymorph.
Ult. Yep.
Or ultimate, or
Polymorph and
slow him.
yep.
You know, she's got a
Yep.
lot of tools in her kit that'll just stop a Garen in his tracks. So really
Sure
interesting
enough.
decision to run down. As we can
Looks
see,
like
though,
she's gonna
he's
grab blue. Picks up blue from Lee Sin.
yes, that'll help her poke game in this mid lane against Tenka quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want to touch on a really great job by Yinja so far, bringing his CS significantly back up, now just under
Yep.
14 CS from Surreal in that top lane. So really fantastic recovery in
Yep.
just a matter of mere minutes.
Yep, she did back early, and he was able to catch up. Although,
Oh, look
though
at this
his
roam
lane
down
was
bot.
pushing. Yep. Oh, it looks like we might see some action. There's a roam coming down bot from mid, but
Yeah.
it gets caught out by a ward. So it doesn't look like it looks like they're all backing. Lee Sin is there for the counter gank. There is some more action going on upstairs. Just a little bit of poke and trade, poke on the side of Lissandra. Garen taken down to like almost half health, but Lulu backing now. But looks like Lee Sin tries for lane gank, but again, great ward coverage coming in from all lanes actually. Yeah, something this early. It's great ward coverage from all participants involved. Just being able to spot out those ganks and the roams coming in.
Absolutely. Really interesting that we still have not seen any hard aggression in this match so far, despite there being a first blood for the side of blue team so early on.
Mm-hmm.
Very much these teams are content to sit back and farm up. As you can see now, Graves extending a little bit of a lead ahead of Jinx down here in the bot lane. Tenka as well in the mid lane against Pixel Draco. Starting to get a nice lead of his own.
Yep.
But gold relatively still even, just a 300, 400 gold disparity between these teams. But I'm sure we're going to see that changing quite soon. As we can see, wards are up around the Dragon Pit, and that's going to become a point of contest in the very near future. And that could very much determine the swing of this game.
Yep. What I fail to, well, maybe this is just the way that I play Leona, but I would have gone in like level 3 versus Jinx because a lot earlier, that before she hit her ulti, before she had 2 or 3 points into her queue. Oh man!
Oh, there comes the Dark Passage in. Gets the nice lockdown onto Ian Barrett. Can he get out, however? It doesn't look like it. The nice Thresh Grab comes in from Hexistance. And Ninja Alex now not going to get caught out by the Chompers, but a nice pickup for Son of Flynn down in the bot lane.
That was a great fight laid out by that Thresh. It was the lantern into the flash.
Oh, now
slay.
Ninja
Oh
Alex
man!
going to get
Leona
caught.
gets
There comes
caught
the
out.
ultimate across from Tenka as well as the Ignite. This is going to be her going down. Oh, but the ultimate comes across from Pixel Draco. Now Tenka in a bad spot, being taken extremely low force to flash over the wall. Very nice arrival by Pixel Draco.
Yep, very, very clean, very clean. Able to save Leona, being able to stop Syndra from getting that kill, even blowing Syndra flash too for an ulti. Lulu still has all summoners up, so that's great for her. And Leona still actually has her flash as well. So overall, not too bad of a trade. Actually, I think that they won that because they weren't able to give Syndra that kill. She lost farm in mid lane. But yeah, again, that was a great play on that bot lane. And Garen went mid to cover Syndra, and now Lissandra is pushing up top, able to get a ward down so she can spot Garen coming back to lane. But he's going to go through his jungle. But Lissandra getting that free farm again, setting up a lead to almost 30. But overall, great plays all around.
Yeah, absolutely. Very excellent pickup. And that's going to help out Son of Flynn very much against Ian Barrett. Well, he's been struggling. As we can see, there's about a 20 CS difference, but that now pushes him in the lead by just a mere 10 gold. So it gets him a little bit of a catch-up with that kill that he was able to grab. As we can see, he comes back in with the BF sword. To Ian Barrett's BF sword and pickaxe. Oh, but some aggression on as there comes the Zenith Blade on. Son of Flynn being locked down quite heavily. The collateral damage not quite going to hit, however. Chompers saving his life, locking down Ninja Alex, stopping any further aggression. Looks like he will be able to live, but Jack Sparrow is lurking in this back bush. Might be looking for a play, but with them push to tower, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to find a play unless they want to go deep under the blue
Yinja
tower.
again trying to put on some aggression on top lane, but just unanswered poke from Lissandra. And
oh, now Ninja Alex in a bad spot. Gonna get locked down by the Sejuani ultimate now. Existence in a very bad spot. Gonna be a kill going over to the side of Ian Barrett. Nice counterplay from that gank coming out from the Sejuani. Picks up a kill for Ninja Barrett down in the bot lane. That is just gonna swing the advantage right back in favor of the red team.
Exactly. That was great. They didn't know that Lee Sin was down bot, so they tried to go in 2v3, but Lee Sin was still there, and they were able to capitalize on a mistake. They weren't able to. They don't have any wards outside of their jungle, so they aren't able to spot out Lee Sin at all, and they know he wasn't in any of the other lanes. So I think that they got a little overconfident with their play so far because they were up kills and so far unanswered for them. So that overall I think was a mistake, but great play on Ian Barrett and Ninja Alex to pick up that Thresh kill. It's getting a little crazy at this point, past the 10-minute mark, but the gold disparity still fairly even. There has been no attempt at Dragon so far. It looks like Lee Sin's coming in to gank mid from behind, but Sejani's right there. He's going to get spotted out.
Getting locked down. Nice stun on Pixel Draco. Here comes the arrival of Jack Sparrow and Yinja now in the mid lane. Ultimate goes across. Garen is just spinning on everyone. Jack Sparrow gets a nice kickback. Knocking up a few members, but now Pixel Draco stunned out under the tower. The ultimate from Yinja not going to go off. Demacian Justice just getting outranged by Pixel.
And the flash away from Jinx ulti too, because she was able to get away from 2 execution ultis. From Garen's Demacian Justice and Jinx's Super Mega Death Rocket.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was on purpose,
now here comes the fall down onto the bot lane. Existence going to try to get some picks here. Nice Glacial Prison comes out. Ian Barrett is the target to get locked down. Collateral damage comes out, and Son of Flynn not going to do enough damage. Now Ninja Alex in a bad spot as the box comes down. Here comes the grab. Ninja Alex certainly going to fall. Going to try to get Son of Flynn down, but not able to get in range. Hefinator finds himself a kill. And meanwhile, in the top lane, a turret goes down in favor of the red team.
That was a great rotation coming in from the blue side. They were able to take down that tower and just roam straight down to bot lane and pick up that kill. And now Dragon. That is a great trade for them. They are so far, I think, very much ahead of red team, because red team didn't have any wards in their river at that point. Leona, I don't know if she had like empty charges on her sight stone or she didn't have any up, but there were no wards at all coming out from red team besides 2 in the top lane.
Well, Pixel in a very bad spot. Suddenly going to fall. Tanka will claim a kill here in the mid lane. First one of the game. Bringing him 1-0-1.
Yep.
Very nice
That was a great job.
Oh, here comes
man,
Surreal, though. Flash in, gets the Frozen Tomb down onto Tanka, who is going to fall to the wayside now. Yinja is the focus. Jack Sparrow, however, will fall to Demacian Justice, and Yinja now zipping his way out of lane. Does Ninja Alex have the Zenith Blade? Not going to work. Yinja getting out of range just in the nick of time. Now Ian Barrett playing a little aggressively. There's a Zenith Blade in. The stun not going to come across. Gets the hit onto Hefinator. While coming in, Lissandra trying to get some damage down. Hefinator forced to flash away underneath the sanctity of his turret. And that's going to be a general disengage from the side of Blue, who's going just maybe a little too aggressive in that mid lane.
Yep, that was a great job, at least trading 1 for 1, where Yinja got the kill on Jack Sparrow, so that was great on them. This push coming in, and Yinja's coming right back in.
Oh, he gets the silence, and a nice Glacial Prison going down, locking up 3 members of the red team. Now Ian Barrett trying to fire back. Surreal claims the first kill, but now Yinja gets one onto the side of Ian, and he will go ahead and back out. Surreal playing just a little too low on HP here. Going to have to be very careful. The Super Mega Death Rocket doing a nice chunk of damage off of him.
They would have been able to turn that around if that Super Mega Death Rocket didn't hit. They would have been able to turn that because Lee Sin and Leona.
Oh, now
Lee
Son
Sin
of
was
Flynn in a
right behind.
bad spot. Pixel
Ooh,
Draco.
Ouch.
Nice little aggress forward, gets the picks on, locks him down with the Glitter Lance, and finds himself a kill.
That Lulu kinda hurts. She's not all fun and games right now. That's an AP mid Lulu. She will chunk you down, especially because Jinx does not have her IE finished yet. She's built into a Zeal, just to get that little extra AD. And I feel if she had completed her IE, she would have been able to take down Lulu. But as it is right now, Lulu has a lot of burst damage coming in from her Glitter Lance. No.
Yeah, she is starting to rip chunks off people. She's also got those Sorcerer's Shoes, so it's going to be, going through what very little magic resistance the members of the blue team have. Syndra as well sitting pretty with that Athene's Sorcerer's Shoes combo. As you can see, she's sitting on a pretty hefty sum of gold, 1,500, almost that 1,600 mark where I'm sure we'll see her picking up a needlessly large rod. Gonna go for that huge burst potential. So you can see, though, Surreal still hanging on to this top turret, still above 50% HP. Certainly the strongest tier 1 turret in the game at this point, other than the...
And there goes Pixel Draco catching out Yinja, just trying to maybe get some poke onto him, but Yinja is extremely tanky at this point. He has a Spirit Visage and an extra Giant Spell. We have a push coming in on the bot lane, and we have two in the jungle. Jinx is taking Sejuani's red buff, but Ian and Ninja are pushing out on this turret. This turret still has a lot of health, so I really wouldn't suggest that they try to push that down. They don't have... they have one ward in the tri-bush, but they do not know where Sejuani is, nor do they know where their mid is, because there's no wards exactly at the blue. But now they spot out Tenka and Yinja doing blue. He finds there, and they catch out Pixel Draco with
Pixel
a very
Draco.
nice stun.
Yep, getting stunned out. Yinja gonna get counter stunned, but here comes the spin. He's in the middle of the team. Is he gonna be able to get out alive? Nice Glacial Prison.
Very
Locking
nice
people down. There is the Solar Flare. Locks down Tenka, who's being taken extremely low. Flash over for Pixel Draco. He will fall. Now Yinja extremely low. Can they find the kill? There it is. Jack Sparrow landing a nice resonating strike. Now Existence in a very bad spot. Son of Flynn as well, trying to retreat below the turret. Nice choppers comes out. Jack Sparrow goes aggressive, gets underneath the turret. Fox comes down, however. Ian Barrett taking some turret shots, and it looks like the red team's going to go ahead and peel out of this bottom lane. Being taken just a little too low.
That was
very nice
great
pickups.
job by red team right there. Blue team tried to steal blue. They got a little greedy, and Yinja diving extremely hard onto Pixel Draco, getting caught by Ian Barrett and Ninja Alex, being completely separated from his team. And then Jack Sparrow coming in from lane to actually put some very nice damage onto Tenka and getting her to flash over to blue. Tenka completely separated herself from the team. I don't know why she decided to flash over that wall. She might have wanted to flash back to River to be with the team, because that completely separated her. And that was a great 3-for-0. It brought red team back even in kills. They're a lot closer in gold than they were before. And now it looks like they're coming back for another team fight in bottom side jungle.
Yeah, this could get quite heated. We do have dragon spawning in just about 25 seconds, so that is certainly going to be the point of contest here. As we can see, though, Tenka doing a lot of chunk damage out on Pixel and Surreal. So they're going to have to play this very carefully and very methodically if red team wants to get this dragon. The pink ward is down. Looks like they're going to go for the clear. Surreal getting locked down, already at about half HP. That's not where you want your Lysandra to be. Middle of the team, he's got the spin going on. He's chunking down Pixel Draco. There's a nice solar flare, catches 4 members of the red team. Now Surreal goes in deep. Does not have Azonias, however, gets taken down. Tenka going to claim that kill. Now Jack Sparrow being taken extremely low. Hefinator tries to get into the middle of the fight, being taken low as well. Jack Sparrow certainly going to fall right here. Yinja being taken low as well. Now Ian Barrett on the retreat with just about 20% HP. And that's also going to be Ninja Alex going down. Son of Flynn picking up that kill, and it looks like this opens up the blue team for the dragon. However, all members are extremely low. This could be a very risky play. Ian Barrett playing out on the backside. He does not have collateral damage. This could be very interesting. Pixel Draco also no wild growth coming in. Oh man, that
crit's coming in.
Oh, he's getting chunked down. There's the shield over from Lulu. Is it going to be enough to save him? He jumps over the wall with the flash. Looks like blue team going to be able to grab this dragon. They're second for the game. Red team still without.
Yeah. Great job on blue team right there. Just expressing they have a team fight dominance right now where if they can blow up one or two of red team, well, pretty much if they take Lissandra, Jack Sparrow, or Ian out of a fight, they can completely destroy red team right now. That's the problem with running like the double support. It's just not enough damage unless you can keep your carries alive and in the fight. Jack Sparrow getting caught out by Tenka, almost completely
Oh my
100
god!
zeroed.
A
Almost
well-timed
completely
wild
100 zeroed.
growth.
Holy hell. That was a great play by Lissandra, but also a great play on Lulu. She was able to keep him alive with the ultimate.
Oh, Pixel Draco being taken very low. The Solar Flare not going to hit Tenka, who is still in a very bad position. Zenith Blade not going to connect. Trying to get some balls down on top of the red team here. Ian Barrett now going aggressive, gets stunned out, but here comes Surreal joining the fray. Can Ian get a kill onto Tenka? No, he cannot. The collateral damage not doing enough. Now Surreal trying to get in a very advantageous position against Tenka, but gonna be forced to back off.
Tenka taking down Ian really quickly. That was a lot of damage coming in. Getting taken from Garen's Demacy and Justice, too. So he inadvertently got a ball to the face, and he expired. Surreal getting almost caught out by Pixistance and Hefinator, but able to get out thanks to his Glacial Path.
Nice quick little escape, getting him out of harm's way. But as we can see, where these teams were just evened up mere minutes ago before that dragon play, blue team, the full Lewis 2, is now miles ahead of the West Milford Snipers.
Yep. It's a 4K difference right now. It's not as big. And honestly, blue team would have a larger lead if they didn't let up a few mistakes here and there. Yinja getting caught out in the jungle, but pushing a little too greedily. He has no ward. There are no wards in topside jungle, so he shouldn't be roaming up there or pushing that far. But great job. Jinx is pushing out bottom lane. Most of the red team is situated towards mid.
Jack Sparrow. Never mind. Gonna go ahead. Safeguard the safety.
Looks like blue is starting to rotate towards bottom. They're just trying to keep up pressure so that Jinx can try to push down that tower. But red team's converging. It looks like a 3v1 going down. Lee Sin and Leona. Lee Sin might get caught out here. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Jump with the safeguard to Leona.
Yeah,
that would have been very scary for him.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely would have been certain death had he gotten locked down by any member of the blue team. But as we can see, all eyes are now on this bottom lane tier 2 turret. The hardest turret in the game to defend. So let's see if the West Milford Snipers can pull out a defense here. They do have those shields coming off of the turret, giving them a little bit of extra defense down here. But one glacial prison out from Hefinator could really just spell the outcome of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, looks like they're going to be playing this one very cautiously. And full Lewis 2 going to go ahead and pull back out of this bottom lane.
Alright. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Blue keeping a very big presence with pink wards on the map, able to keep these sweeps going. Red team doesn't have any pink wards on the map, and there's only one sweeper on Leona. I feel they're losing in the vision war pretty heavily at this point, just because they aren't able to get rid of blue team's wards in their jungle, so they know exactly where they are.
Yeah. Oh, Ian Barrett almost
really
getting caught out, but a
coming
nice
out mid.
fire back by Ian onto Tenka. Tenka will actually go ahead and claim that kill with the Ignite, but wow, Ian almost getting Tenka in exchange. Nice Glacial Prison comes out, Surreal flashing forward, trying to get the Frozen Tomb onto Tenka. It's not going to happen. gets taken down. Tenka buying himself a second kill in this fight. Now Ninja Alex being taken down by Son of Flynn. Flash forward, the zap not gonna hit, but the flash flame does land. Pixel Draco being forced to zip out of here. Safeguard from Jack Sparrow, but here comes Yinja, and he is just gonna spin on underneath the turret. The Damashian Justice gonna find himself a kill in this fight. The other play coming in by Existence. That's gonna be a kill. Ace going over to the side of Full Lewis 2.
It was a completely clean ace on the side of blue team. That was a very good fight with a lot of really good timing in between there. What was a really big turning point that I think is that Tenka was able to Zonya's the Glacial Prison from Surreal. Now, I don't know what happened, like, technically in the game, but once that happened, Surreal couldn't do anything at that point because he got blown up so quickly by Jinx and Sajani Hefinator, and he wasn't able to get off a Glacial Prison on himself. He kind of just stood there and took a lot of damage, causing him to die, and a lot of flashes being blown that last fight, and it was just a very clean ace. Yinja coming in late to that fight, completely full health.
Well, speaking of Yinja, he's trying to go ham in the red team jungle. Getting chunked down, however, though still has a good portion of his HP, but this dragon is completely up for contest right now. Surreal not going to follow the glacial path.
Oh, very nice long-range stun.
Oh, yeah, Pixel, not going to happen. Solar Flare whiffs hard. Yinja in the middle, just spinning on everyone. Now Ninja Alex being taken extremely low. Son of Flynn just chunking down. Hefinator will claim the first kill. Now Jack Sparrow being taken extremely low. That's going to be a double kill. And now Ian Barrett and Pixel are on the run. He gets slowed out by the zap. Tank is coming around the side. Is he going to be able to escape? Yinja just zipping in. There's the spin. This is certainly going to be the death of Ian Barrett. Nice flash, and he will take the gate into the base.
Son of Flynn taking a lot of poke, but they're chasing Pixel Draco very hard right now.
Yeah, the zap not going to land. Looks like Pixel's going to be able to walk out of this one. And the blue team are going to turn all eyes back onto this dragon. Yinja
This is going to be their third dragon, so they get that move speed buff. That was a great play by them. They were able to bait a long-range stun from Tenka onto Draco, and Leona missed a lot of her initiation there.
And Pixel get the seal. Here comes the glitter.
He gets the dragon.
Oh my God! What a play coming up by
steal.
Pixel. The Glitter Lance grabbing up the first dragon of the game for West Milford Snipers. Wow. What a pickup. This is, if Pixel gets out alive.
That was a great pickup. They definitely needed that. Red is still in this game. Oh, man.
Oh, Pixel tanking up the turret. Tenka in a very bad spot. Here comes the Wild Growth. He gets grabbed. The Ignite comes across, however. Now Pixel getting chunked down by the Super Mega Death Rocket. The Ignite from Tenka will finish him off. Now Ninja Alex also gonna fall to the wayside. A nice firing back by the side of Full Lewis 2. But my God, can we still just talk about that play by Pixel Draco? What a steal.
That steal, the steal off the Glitter Lance, too. Just able to get picks onto an enemy champion and just the steal. Great timing on that. I believe Smite was up too.
I believe so.
Almost catch on Lee Sin.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow escaped.
Ian Barrett taking out that top tower. Yinja's going to come down there to greet him. But
here he comes. He's
again.
Oh
man.
Matter of time before he gets caught and tries to get the
It is because he's getting converged on by Hex Distance and Son of Flynn. He's taking a lot of damage from this Garen. Either way, it looks like Garen could maybe kill him by himself, and he misses the flay and the death sentence.
There is absolutely just nowhere for Ian.
Oh man, the jukes coming out from this Graves. What is going on? Come on, Yinja, you could do it.
Oh, and there it is. Finishes him off with the spin to win. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Pixel Draco in a very bad spot. Looks like he's going to get taken down by Tenka and Hefinator. Ninja Alex not able to get in here fast enough to save his team.
Tenka able to take down Surreal and barely taking any damage. Hefinator just so tanky, taking a lot of the brunt force of the damage. And Leona getting a stun off while she's trying to ward Baron. It looks like she's going to get taken down as well. A lot of stun locked up, and there's Jack Sparrow.
Out. Here comes Jack Sparrow. Actually gets the kill on Tenka as he flashes over the wall. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, that tier 2 bot turret is taken down. Now Yinja wreaking havoc In the top side of red jungle. Looks like Jack Sparrow and Ninja Alex going to go ahead and hightail it on out of here. And this is going to be a red buff pickup for Ninja. That is terrifying. That is a Garen that you cannot possibly get away from. Randuin's plus the red buff, plus his decisive strike. He is going to be inescapable at this point.
That's a scary Garen. I don't want to meet that Garen in any sort of bush in Runeterra.
I happen to agree with you. I'm really interested, though, that Ian Barrett is opting to go for the Bloodthirster when a Last Whisper is such a much-needed item by him at this point for his burst damage,
Yep.
especially on with targets on Ninja.
Yep, especially with how much tankiness is going on for the blue team right now. So Johnny, extremely tanky right now, about 3.5k HP. Even Thresh, really tanky at 2.4. And Garen is huge. Garen is 6'1" and 8, and he is kind of like just running into the team and doing his business.
Yeah, it looks like, maybe Tenka trying to make some plays. Ian Barrett forced to go ahead and dash backward. Existence has joined the fray. Now Jack Sparrow getting caught out by the zap. Chunk, huge chunk coming out from that static shiv rocket. Flash forward by Son of Flynn, but the safeguard under the turret will be enough. Super Mega Death Rocket not going to connect. Jack Sparrow will live another day.
Yeah. This will be, you'll always remember this as a time you almost caught Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow.
Oh, boy.
Now Yinja, speaking of getting caught, here comes the lockdown, forced to flash away. Dark Passage is out, not even going to need to take it. Nice defensive flash will save his life from 4 members of West Milford Snipers. And now looks like blue team
they're
going to opt to gain some vision. Yeah, they want to get that vision game up around Baron. Oh,
Surreal getting chunked very hard by Flynn.
Yep, firing back. With a
Oh man, it's a 4v2 right now. Hefner and Tenka getting a very nice. Oh my god, the ult coming in from Hefner.
Glacial Prison. Yep, locking down several members of the red team. Now Ninja Alex really overextended in a bad spot, forced to flash out. Looks like he might make it. Hefinator is on the chase. Now Surreal, Glacial Path going to get him to safety. Nice disengage, but Ian Barrett. Ian Barrett in a very precarious position. He's caught in between the 2 towers, and all members of the blue team dashing away from the zap, but he's just going to get caught out. Son of Flynn will find himself a kill. Now Surreal in a very bad spot as Antonio comes out. Going to be forced to Frozen Tomb himself, but just delaying the inevitable death that's coming out.
So that's about being caught a rock in a hard place. That Graves had nowhere to go.
2 for 0 so far for Full Lewis 2. Nice pickups by them. They claim that tier 2 top turret. They're going to go ahead and opt to back and spend that gold that they just netted themselves. As we can see, the lead has just really extended.
11k gold lead right now. That is huge for our first match of the day. Coming in at 36 minutes. Leona trying to keep wards on Baron just so that they might be able to fight there. Dragon looks like Dragon is live right now. Garen's already over there. Everyone else is making their way over there. Red has no wards on that side of the map. They barely have any wards at all right now. And this is going to be the 3rd Dragon for blue team.
Yeah, no steal coming out from Pixel Draco this time. So that's going to be the 5% movement speed increase for blue team. So they are going to be everywhere all the time. And that's going to be especially defining game defining for Yinja, who already is just zipping around the map so very much. That extra move speed is going to make him just even more of a force to be reckoned with. 6, 1, and 10 on this Garen. He is playing one hell of a game so far. Despite being down almost 80 CS from his top lane counterpart, he is ahead by a whopping 700 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yinja
exactly.
Really doing work.
It looks like they're trying to siege middle right now. They have a lot of the poke for it, and they have the long range engage from Tenka stun, but they're just trying to siege it out right now. They're waiting for...
Oh, wow.
They're waiting for something to happen. Oh, the long range poke coming out from
Jack
Tenka.
Sparrow getting chunked down, not able, however, to find the ultimate coming across from Tenka. That's the unleashed power, not quite able to get that going.
Yep.
As we can see, Pixel Draco being chunked down very low. Ian Barrett trying to do everything that he can to clear out these waves before they reach the turret to stop
Yep.
any further poke that's going to be coming out here.
We have
Very nice
pings.
clear.
We just had a ping coming out bottom lane just to signify that there is a very large wave growing for red team right now. So that's a good thing that their minions are picking up like very large waves and they're pushing. Same thing going on with top, but it looks like their blue team's gonna back off, get some wards down in the jungle, maybe clear a couple wards. So Johnny's grabbing far and top. They might be looking to bait out a Baron fight.
It is quite possible. The red team does, however, have one ward sitting.
Oh,
at that
Leona
Baron
getting
pit.
caught
Oh,
out. Very
Ninja,
nice.
Ninja Alex just trying to get some ward coverage out. Will pay for it with his life, getting caught out by five
There
members.
goes the Baron. There
Yeah.
goes Baron call for them.
Yeah, and they see this one getting taken, but can they do anything about it? Tenka is playing Disrupt here on the other side of the Baron wall. Actually now going to opt to maybe float back, throwing out some Scatter of the Week. Baron is getting inevitably low. Surreal is being taken extremely low. Blue team will claim first Baron of the game now. Existence is over. In the middle of the fight now, Jack Sparrow in the middle of the spin. Yinja just working him down. Nice burst coming out by Tenka. Will claim kill. Hefinator going to get the double kill in that one. And now Pixel Draco being
This looks
taken.
like it's going to be another ace. Oh, man. Surreal taking down Existence, but
Yeah, but Surreal almost
there
certainly
goes
got
the
to pay for it with
surrender.
his life. Yeah, oh wow. Surrender vote coming out with
wow,
the
Surrender
near
coming out
ace.
straight away from that lost Baron fight. That was a very, very good game.
Yeah, wow. Really just dominating performance
All around.
from Full Lewis too. West
Exactly.
Wilfred Snipers just not able to climb back into that one. It was looking hopeful a couple times throughout that game, but just not able to swing it back in their favor. So very well played for Full Lewis too. They will be moving on in the
Yep.
tournament.